What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tatiana. As you know, Black Friday is coming really close, so I've decided to make this video to help you to prepare your Instagram profile for the biggest sale of the year, and let's dive into it. As you know, because of the current situation, many people are preferring to shop online, and specifically this is around 50% of the whole population are going to shop online, and we need to get the most out of the biggest sale of the year, and let's dive into it. Let's begin with the first step, and it's a really basic thing that a lot of businesses do on Instagram, and this is your bio description. The first sentence that you see on Instagram that is bolded. So instead of writing there your product name, your brand name, use the keywords that your customer might use in order to be able to find your products or services. Don't make it too complicated. Use simple words and speak your customer language. Let's say you're selling hoodies, just write hoodies, or write sustainable hoodies, or anything that can describe a bit more precisely your product, but don't overcomplicate it. Use really simple words. The second part of your bio description should be any offer that would attract people to shop your products or service. And this is really can be anything. Buy one, get two, get 50%, but make sure to make it specifically for followers, and that way people will also start to follow your account. This will benefit you in future. Any kind of offer that is you are preparing for Black Friday should be written in the second part of your bio description. If you have still some space, you can use hashtag signs or tag other profiles if you have cross-selling businesses or anything else that can be useful for your business. The next thing that is also really important to use is call to action. Any kind of call to action, shop here and point down to your website, and make sure to insert a correct link of your website, e-commerce shop, or any other platform where you're selling your products or services. This is really crucial. And the last tip here for your bio description is to go to settings and set up the location where your business is located, especially if you have a physically based business somewhere and you're selling your products or services locally. This is really crucial. And let's dive to the second part. Instagram highlights. This is so underestimated by many users on Instagram, but you as a business owner should immediately utilize it and prepare this in advance before the Black Friday sales begin. So what to put in your stories highlights? Stories highlights are a kind of lifetime stories. As you know, stories disappear within 24 hours, but you can use the story highlights to highlight and save the most useful information into different folders, into different highlights. What can you put as a business owner in these highlights? It can be really anything concerning your business, but before all of this, make sure that you include in your story highlights price list. If you don't have Instagram shopping connected to your profile and you have a lot of questions from people about how much your products or services cost, put all this information there. This is really important. You can put customer testimonials, Q&A, special offers for Black Friday, really anything that can be important for the user to discover how much your products or services cost, how these products or services can be used or beneficial. Customer testimonials, just to have the social proof that your products or services really worked and other people already have bought it or used it, or these all things are really important to include into your stories highlights. Guys, I made already a video on the stories highlights, how to use your stories highlights. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box so you can go ahead and check it. But the main thing here is do not overload one story with all of this information. One each story for one topic. Let's say you're gonna use customer testimonials. It's going to be one story highlight. Don't make it too complicated. Make it really simple. You don't have to use complicated templates to make a really nice story. Don't do this. Use Instagram stories, or I also have prepared for you a few templates for Pricelist and Black Friday's covers for story highlights. Make sure to grab them. It's absolutely free in the description box. And back to the topic that you should not complicate the things in the story highlights. So it's one story for one specific topic. Once a new person jumping onto your Instagram page, he or she has a chance to discover more about your products or services. And let's dive into the next step. And the next step, guys, is going to be about planning your feed in advance before the Black Friday. So make sure that you plan your feed in advance. How much post you're gonna make. And by the way, I highly recommend that you start to post more than usual and make no stories, but it's going to be the next step, because stories is number one part of successful sales on Instagram. Make sure that you prepare all your content, whether it's a video, whether it's a reel or a static picture, animated photo. Make sure that you prepare a bunch of content in advance and plan everything ahead. Optimize it with a good call to action in the captions, with a good proposal, with some information about your products or services, maybe some engagement interactivity like asking questions or some things that can be useful within your niche, right? So prepare everything in advance, optimize it with hashtags, location, tagging, and all that stuff, so you do not bother at the time when the big sales will start to think about what kind of post you need to publish on your Instagram. So make sure to, first of all, prepare all materials in advance. As you know, guys, I'm using Later, and you can try the premium version of Later via the link in the description box. There's also a video about Instagram management, how to prepare everything in advance. If you're interested, go ahead and check it. The second thing is make sure to increase the amount of posts you publish on your Instagram feed. And let's dive into the story. So guys, here I'm gonna stop a little bit longer, because stories is a really amazing tool to sell your products or services immediately. And from a personal experience, the sales are going much faster and easier way through the stories than through the feed. So that's why I said you have to prepare everything in advance for the feed and for the stories we are going to discuss right now, because you need to follow a certain strategy to make your sales work. Before we begin with the strategy, I want you to post at least from 10 to 20 stories a day. It can be really anything besides the strategy that I'm going to share with you. Between these sprints or strategies, you can put in between the customer testimonials, some educational posts, some other information, something about yourself, some cool stuff, a quote or a game or anything. You have to publish a lot of stories in these days if you want your sales to increase and get the most out of the biggest sales of the year. The step number one, so you begin with your story. We don't want to sell directly to the customers, like open your phone and start making video of your product and services and say, hey, here's the discount, but it doesn't work like this. You need to warm up your audience. So the first step is going to be utilize engagement sticker to ask a question with the main purpose is tackling their problems that your product or service is solving. For example, I'm just brainstorming here. You are selling jewelry on Instagram with a main USP as a minimum jewelry, unique selling proposition, right? First story that you need to start would be something like how many pieces of jewelry do you have, and then you can use a slider or you can use questionnaire. For example, in this case I would use slider and write on the slider like 10 20 100, and then the people can actually slide to the point where approximately they have this amount of jewelry. For other products you can use questionnaire, polls, or even question sticker, but it has to be something engaging. So once you have done this is like a first step for warming up. You create a second story where you are going to share some information about your products or services and how this helps. For instance, let's say that most of the people of this first story, they have replied that they have, I don't know, more than 100 pieces of jewelry on average. And then you share that you actually have a collection of these pieces of jewelry that can match with each other, that can fit any kind of outfit. And basically you just need, I don't know, 10 of them to mix and match them with each other. Something like this. I'm just really brainstorming on the go. You can provide the market research, something that make people think, yeah, true, this is like, I have this problem and actually this is how it's supposed to be, right? You can educate them about your products. Your products or service will solve their problem. Provide informative post in the second step, research post or educational type of story. The next story is going to be about actually proposing your clients a good offer to purchase your product or service. This is how it works. So 3 simple steps. First, engage with your users by pointing out that they have this specific problem that your products could solve. Second story is providing the information, education. The third story, sell. So let's move to the next. Now with the new update, Instagram shopping feature is located below, and it's kind of confusing many people because we're not used to that interface. But anyways, Instagram is trying to make it affordable and user-friendly for people to shop on Instagram, and for you as a business owner to make the shop on Instagram. If you guys don't have your Instagram shop yet established so that you can tag your products and people can purchase it immediately, Instagram made it really convenient for people to publish their shops on Instagram. And right now you can even make from the app purchase, which really shortened the journey of the buyer, right? So before it was like this, that you have a shopping on Instagram, you have a shopping tag, and then the person needs to go to your website to purchase a product, go to the cart and fill up some information. Now you can be easily done through Instagram, which makes it more convenient and makes less the cart leavers. So people who abandoned it carts because the journey was too long, and they, once the time came to purchase the product, they already decided to not do this. For this step, you just need to follow the settings. It's either going to be connecting your e-commerce shop or connecting your Facebook page, where you will need to prepare in advance the catalog of your products. Just go through the basic procedure. And the last step here is paid advertisement. Guys, here you need to be really careful with paid advertisement, because in most of the cases why it wasn't successful in the past, because I'm just gonna give you an example. Sometimes you are eating in the square and then those people come with roses to you. Most of the people don't buy it because it's weird, because you don't know this person and he or she is coming like, here you go, you need to buy it, right? So with your ads, when you're trying to sell your products or services through the advertisement to the cold audience, looks the similar way, right? If you, for example, would talk to this person who is selling roses on the square, person will tell you a story, or this person tell you a story how amazing these roses are and how, I don't know, sustainable they are and things like this, you might already consider buying it. So this is the difference between selling to the cold audience and selling to the warm audience. Why your advertisements are not working is because you're trying to sell your products or services to a cold audience. You can start selling to the cold audience, have something really small, or if you have like super attractive offer for the Black Friday, but still there's no guarantee that it would work. So what I recommend you to do here is first generate leads through your ads. For example, giving something out for free. Let's say it can be an ebook or brochure or some, I don't know, a kind of interesting paper, and then you in return you're going to collect emails, and then later on you can use these email addresses to retarget them with your offer. All right, one thing that I really want you to ask, do not press on this promote button on Instagram. If you want to invest money into paid advertisement, make sure to do it via the ads manager on Facebook, where the magic actually happens. So, and I already made a video on this topic, you can go ahead and check it in the description box. Alright guys, that was it for today. I hope this video was useful for you. If you have any questions, comments, and ideas for the next video, make sure to write it below, because I create content based on your requests. And good sales!